This question is about a string of nouns joined by prepositions. This is a situation where multiple nouns, such as the keys, the table, and my cousins, are joined by prepositions like on, of, and the rule is judge singularity and plurality by the first noun in the string. So in my example, we would say the keys are gold because the first noun in the string is keys. They're the keys on the table of my cousins. So in this situation, let's start reading. In the 70s, this botanist emerged as a powerful voice in this movement in India. Her exhaustive survey of plants in this valley was instrumental in the government's decision to preserve the forest. So here we have her survey. What kind of survey? A survey of plants. What kind of plants? Plants in the Silent Valley. So we have prepositions here and here. And not to mention that it wasn't just a survey, it was an exhaustive chromosomal survey. So we have some adjectives at the beginning to kind of muddle the idea that it's the survey that's in charge here. So this survey was instrumental in the government's decision to preserve the forest. Let's go ahead and read it literally. In the 1970s, Janaki Ammal, a prominent botanist, emerged as a powerful voice in India's environmental conservation movement. Her exhaustive chromosomal study of plants in Silent Valley, a pristine tropical forest in Kerala, India, that is home to nearly 1,000 species of native flora, many of which are endangered, was instrumental in the government's decision to preserve the forest. So one more thing on this question, this right here and this other part here, these are modifiers. In addition, really, to this. So if you think of the parentheses as well, you have three modifiers. A modifier is something that's missing the subject, the verb, or both. And if it's deleted, the rest of the sentence is okay. This is as opposed to a clause, which has a subject and a verb, and is therefore a more substantial part of a sentence. So a forest in red, it could easily say this was a forest, and then it would be a clause. But just being a forest, in other words, a modifier, that means you could almost just stick it somewhere in a sentence. And in orange, that is home to nearly 1,000 species. If it said this place, that is home, if it had a subject, then it would be a clause as well. And in blue, many of which are endangered. That's surrounded by a set of parentheses, so it's even easier to know that it's off to the side. So we have 1, 2, 3 parts of the sentence that we almost read right around as if they weren't there. So once again, the answer is D.